Hello all. Wow, another Patch Tuesday for the records. Microsoft offered up fixes for 137 flaws with at least one 0-day in the mix. Adobe patched 58 vulnerabilities across multiple products. Ivanti plugged more holes. Fortinet patched just about everything they make. Splunk released fixes, and the list goes on. So basically, if your software or hardware item can receive updates, you should check yours to see if it has any pending. Now, this video commentary is from our RedDotSecurity.news website, and it contains a plethora of links to other items that are not mentioned here and are worth skimming to see if they interest you or pertain to your particular environment or of those you support. There's a lot more than what's covered here in these opening comments. Now, on to the headline news. Citrix NetScaler has a defect that's been named Citrix Bleed 2 after a similar defect from 2023 that saw widespread compromise. This one allows the attackers to steal information from the device's memory, where sessions can be hijacked without the victim's knowledge. Proof of concept code is already out in the wild, and these devices have been under active exploitation for weeks. If you have a NetScaler and haven't patched it for this vulnerability yet, you're very likely compromised. Contact your support vendor for help. Fortinet patched huge amounts of items this week. Their PayCert alert lists at least 9 different products affected by this round of notifications. And as I mentioned before, Fortinet products are very popular with threat actors, so patch quickly. Microsoft unleashed updates for a whopping 137 defects, including one 0-day in SQL Server. As usual, vet the updates quickly so that you can roll them out to your devices. Threat actors are already decompiling code looking for what was fixed so that they can exploit unpatched systems. The race is on. Palo Alto Global Protect VPN has been found to have a local privilege escalation defect. If a threat actor manages to get low-level access to a system, they can then escalate to root on Mac or Linux and system on Windows. And once a threat actor has that level of access, it's usually only a matter of time until they compromise the entire network. Update to the latest version of Global Protect quickly. Ruckus Networks has ignored requests for comments and has not responded to reports of vulnerabilities in their Ruckus Wireless Virtual Smart Zone and Ruckus Network Director. 9 separate CVEs were issued, yet still no response or patches from the vendor. The CERT Coordination Center recommends, quote, to mitigate risk, network administrators should limit access to the wireless management environments that use these affected products, allowing a limited set of trusted users and their authenticated clients to manage Ruckus infrastructure via secure protocols such as HTTPS or SSH, end quote. I'd say if the silence continues, you should seriously consider replacing any Ruckus products. Wing FTP server is one that I'm unfamiliar with, but there are at least 8,000 of these out there on the internet, with at least 5,000 of them vulnerable to a defect that allows for complete takeover via the web interface. As reported by Huntress Labs, this is under active exploitation. Readers are urged to immediately update their Wing FTP server to version 7.44 or higher to mitigate this defect, and then search for evidence of compromise on their devices. McPhail from the world's favorite fast food burger place. McDonald's, taking advantage of the amazing capabilities of artificial intelligence, created an AI hiring platform named McHire. Catchy, right? It seems that the firm that used an AI to create this site for Mickey D's might need a bit of remedial security instruction. Security researchers Ian Carroll and Sam Curry found an account with a password of 123456 that had full access to the database of over 64 million applicants. Yep, the same password that was found 3 million times in a massive password database of leaks and cyber incidents. In fact, it's the #1 bad password out there, followed closely by 1234567889. If you're using that for your password, sorry to break the news to you, but it's time to change it. Mac OS SMB client flaw enables remote code execution and kernel crashes. This affects all recent versions of the operating system and requires little to no user interaction to execute. It can be triggered remotely via URL in a message, email, or a poisoned web page. All it takes is for the recipient to click the link to trigger the defect, and among other methods of exploitation. Users are urged to check for and update their Mac OS to the latest available version as soon as possible. Alphabet's Isomorphic Labs wants to, quote, solve all diseases, end quote. In 2021, DeepMind was used to create AlphaFold, an AI that was able to save months, if not years, off of determining how proteins interact with other molecules. It was a very well-documented process with exacting steps that took extensive time to run through. By utilizing AI, that time was cut down to nearly instantaneous results in predicting protein structures. In 2024, isomorphic labs began in earnest and are now on the cusp of human trials of radical new drugs that can be tailor-designed to target the exact variant, strain, and mutation of disease to efficiently eradicate it, leaving other cells untouched. This is a very cool application of AI technology. When did EULAs, the end-user license agreements, begin requiring opt-out from various information siphoning schemes? Was I just asleep at the wheel and didn't notice the subtle shift, or has it always been that way? Have developers, corporations, and online marketplaces always wanted access to everything you've ever created or even thought about? It seems that now, with AI voraciously gobbling up anything available, content creators have begun fighting back. Cloudflare has announced that they're blocking AI bot scraping unless there's an agreement allowing it. Many content creators are responding to putting their works behind paywalls, and some are showing digital altogether and going back to distribution of content via print medium. I wondered, though, if it's a case of the horse already being out of the barn and it being too late to close the doors. We'll have to wait and see. For now, I think I'll continue to use my trusty paper composition book. In the meanwhile, keep the shields up.